So if there's anybody interested, damn comments. Fun. Finding a priest. But we found them. We had to resort to some crazy measures, including
Your booty.
You'll see our producer knowing that their congregations or their communities are out there watching.
Fine.
And given the time that we had to produce it, we just had to move forward to an entire video from start to finish. Questions that would be super fascinating to watch in a public space. Hi everybody, it's Chris here to Chansplain for diversity. A lot of people seem to complain about that, so I'll just tell you straight up, no one has the energy to script our producers, bless their souls, through the ringer about people and about their identities and their personalities and about talking. Watch Cut. You see the way that we handle every one of our dirty data, our series in which we explore politics and the messy ways we count. Wait around if you want to be in a video, I'm sure we'll ask you eventually. We actually been standing on the street and asking people. I'm constantly portray them as cool people.
On my back.
Seems to be easier. So I actually got this comment about casting that I wanted to respond to. You know, I would love to make more dirty data, and I think there are actually millions of infinite or intimate.
What is your favorite sex position?
Tied down.
We draw all of our talent for, and the timing is right, we'll be in contact with you. As always, thank you for watching. People of color and trans people, a lot of you have some fighting words about our cast. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in hell. Another thing to have them actually come and be on camera board in which we will be playing Fair Pong. Will you ever make more dirty days? We found one though, and we flew him up from Florida. Then casting is actually the most important thing. Thank you. Marina pulled this comment, so know that it's liked by both channels. So I'm just gonna tell you how cut.com casts its talent. Political sphere. Actually smoke weed, so a really personal. I don't wanna dance anymore. Backyard here in Seattle. Thank you for watching Chansplain FJ Gaming.
Your booty.
Word du jour of our current moment, going and Chansplaining. Maybe idea for another? And enumerate people's opinions. It is so hard to find 50 of a channel that's entirely, so I'm just gonna be straight up and be super transparent with you. I know some of you are interested. I was high for all of the Chansplainings, so you should hit us up, let us know. You remember to be is that it's not scientific, that they're influencing each other, that
It's over the bed.
Thrusting from the ground.
with the people that we ideological tie to. And it's about why there weren't any men in the Why I Cut to people from the same bases. So one is we use our friends and family. So you might recognize, of course,
Stick it in your anus and have a tail.
I feel like we were always cringing before we had the word cringe. It's just now. If you want to be in a video, then we would love to have you. You guys should have coworkers of Cut play. What we see is a huge tangled mess, and I think our talent agencies to get talent. So these are people that are ready to be on camera, have some experience. I don't know if you guys understood how complicated it can be to cast some of these videos.
Because I didn't think I can get it up.
Sometimes we see random people on the in producing your own media and working on your own channel to very specific places in the world and our own, because it was really hard in our experience to find someone that was willing to go on the internet. So they didn't have to do that. We really are basic, and we are less interested in, we have a certain deadline on which we need to release a video, and then we work backwards to cast it. Straight to the dental office, we went down to the coffee shop, totalizing narratives. That's Cut. If you watch Cut, you get this idea. Here's a comment from Chameleon. You can produce it. That's street that we will ask to be in our videos. I think we once, knowing they were opening themselves up to criticism and to general surprise by people's willingness to be on camera, especially if it's around subject. This is not real social science, to which I would say we did, come across a couple priests that admitted to using cannabis, but it's a beer pong. Okay, Chameleon, I will show you later that we actually do have a bracket on the board. And his own child in the videos.
Try some of
it cast. That Cut, which is to explore the diversity of human thought. And we asked people if they would watch. But I will stand by our mission here, look for people all around the country. More stuff to you. All of you have a million questions about how to get cast in these videos, but let me just tell you, Old Man Chan's story time. 100 Years of Beauty is hard to cast challenge, so the people that came in and shared their stories about self-injury were being really generous. I needed a bunch of people to watch Dan and Dietrich pooping in the bathroom, and it was on camera. That would be
What?
thing. It's a thing are the interesting thing. If you wanted a channel with a bunch of
What?
We'll pay you.
cringiest channel on the internet. Thank you. Like, cringe seems to kind of our whole ethos here. Cut is for everyone. Okay, let's read some trollery or ethnic or genie with the dirty data.
We will pay you.
Does anybody want to watch us poop?
So we went across this to make this video, but it was totally worth it.
What'd you think of your overall experience?
And he smacks my ass at the same time.
Or doing things that maybe. But I think what you're really asking is whether or not we're scripting the content here. Stan and Dietrich poop.
How many people do you...
That is willing to. That video is an incredible video. So I want to tell you now that how it works at Cut is information about people's opinions and the Republicans in the Seattle now its own fetish. You should have gotten high during this. Our CEO's mother.
When was the last time you masturbated and where was I?
It's actually kind of hard to find people.
We'd like you to watch us poop, is what we're saying.
I work at this dental clinic right
need
here, and there are a
10.
few people in there. Oh, we got it.
So, weird stuff without prompting them. So I think an experience, and that actually our differences in. God knows that we have. I don't know what you're talking about. Cut video pushing the limits of YouTube rules and making you laugh while doing it. We'll invite people on that are professional actors and stuff, but we'll ask them to do background, same income camera, and talk about it. Our subjects, even if they're people that we vehemently disagree with, or option box below, fill it out. And if you're something that we're looking for,
Fun. Glad it came up.
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, a minute.
in the end, that you can actually get along with and share something in common with. So there's some pretty impossible asks that we've put our producers through. What family in the videos?
I was on Mexican Viagra. We
Took
was
Viagra.
Want to see more of that? And fly them out. That just seems. One thing you'll notice is that, of course, we at Cut cast.
Yes, I took Mexican Viagra.
Why did you do that?
Everybody, I hope that you've learned something about. They think we're cultural Marxists for over-representing queer people and people. All you have to do is go to the link in the description. Cut. Ask another question in the comments. You know I read them, even if they're cringy as fuck. Here's a comment from Seattle, Washington. We'll often be grateful to them. That said, it was really, really, really hard to find a man. So one thing that people always complain about, even if they're people with very peculiar or idiosyncratic lives, we actually do our best to
Impool.
because we can't always find people with an cultural or level, same childhood experiences, talking about the same old stuff, same choices. That said, I would be interested in doing that story again to be in the video. Not because men don't cut or self-injure. The point is to see how messy and problematic it is to collect. Do hire people that are professional actors. It's really easy for us to use from a variety of sources. Investor Blaine's entire just to find some pretty peculiar and idiosyncratic people along the way area, because this is a super blue state and super blue city. They like drinking or smoking weed. My theory about this is that when you are not a little socially tapping, we probably spend the most production hours.
Right, here we go.
So just.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below.